Hello guys, welcome in today's crypto technical analysis. I believe it's time to update the market. And in today's episode, we're going to do, as usual, a multiple time frame analysis for the Bitcoin. However, before we start, I've got a small request as usual. If you guys are learning and enjoying from the contents, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. As you know, we already closed the weekly time frame last night, and it's time to look into a weekly time frame. Based on a weekly time frame, $42,000 and 41.5 was a weekly time frame consolidation level. However, we saw an ugly candle yesterday once we closed the weekly time frame. However, at this stage, we are inside the consolidation level. But bear in your mind, we've got 6 days and 10-hour plus to close the current weekly candle. As long as we're going to be above $41,000, ideally $42,000 based on a weekly time frame, and we will exit from the weekly time frame consolidation. The next question is what is going to be very important resistance level based on a lower time frame as well as the mid time frame. In order to see that, we need to move on to a daily time frame. Based on a daily time frame, if we're going to recap, since the 26th of November, once we lost $60,000, perfectly retested 59,300, 500 levels, daily time frame started flushing a bearish setup. However, as soon as we lost $48,000, I provided this high time frame support, important support, which is a strong support. That's why we call it strong support, and we held it nearly to the dollar. The second time, Russia and Ukraine issue. If you entered right from the retest, which we had a strong resistance over there, all the way up to this level, we saw 45 to 40% dump in the market. And if you're doing a leverage, you're doing math for yourself. And I was talking about the DCA at around in this region, all the way up to this strong resistance. And bear in your mind, we're following the support and resistance since the mid of January, right before we came to this level. And after that, again, in average, if we're going to calculate the average price, we saw another 40% pump, which is a massive pump in the market. And again, if you're doing a leverage with a 10 times 400%, 5 times 200% in less than 1.5 months. However, even if you played on a spot, 40% is a massive gain, I believe. If we're going to analyze the current condition of the market, as soon as we came to the strong resistance, you saw nearly to the upper line, we got rejected, and we expected to come all the way up to $41,200 and $41,000. So at the moment, we reached to our target level with a 15% dump in the market. And again, and 10 times 150%, 5 times 75% in few days. But having said that, that was a strong resistance based on a daily time frame, and I'm expecting to bounce right from here. We've got more than 10 hours to close the current daily time, and I'm expecting to close above this lower line of this support. And highly likely, as I said, we will see a bounce in the market. Daily time frame, as I mentioned, highly likely we're going to be in this region for some time. And in the last couple of videos that I'm keep telling, as long as we're going to consolidate around this area, we've got one more resistance above us. That's going to be around $45,000. If we're going to consolidate around this area, daily time frame already confirmed the bullish setup. However, we need to break the important resistance levels. In order to do that, we need to do further analysis for lower time frames. For our time frame, before we move on to further analysis, if you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and 101 Intense Masterclass is available. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. On 4-hour time frame, we got clear picture how this strong resistance played a crucial role. And we tried to break this level first time, second time, and we started dumping all the way up to, in the first place, $44,000, followed by $40,000. And as you can see, we started pumping slowly, and lower line, as I said, I'm expecting this $40,000, the lower line of this support, needs to hold. Let's change this support to the resistance, because it's going to act as a resistance in the coming days. So as soon as we lost, as you can see, perfectly to the lower line, and we went all the way up to $47,300. The next time we sliced this lower line of this resistance, which was acting as a support. And as a result, we ended up all the way up to $41,000, $40,000. market provided already from the lower line of that resistance, strong resistance, 15% dump. In the coming days, the lower line of this resistance as well as this lower time frame SR level, which is acting as a resistance at the moment, that's going to be $45,000. Without claiming this 45,000 as a support, it's going to be so early for us to talk about the bullish scenario. And as I said, we might see this scenario in the coming days, a bit of consolidation. We might sweep even this low as well, and then as long as we're going to get confirmation based on a lower time frame as well as the mid time frame and breaking this level and claim it as a support, highly likely, then as I said, this resistance, the previous one, it's not going to be challenging, and highly likely in the first place we're going to go all the way up to $51,000 and $52,000. 2-hour time frame. Based on a 2-hour time frame, again, you can see how these levels perfectly held. And here we had, as you remember, lower time frame, we had support and resistance lines. We got a bit challenged over here with a bearish divergence. As you see, price did higher highs, and on the oscillator, we got a lower highs. With a bearish divergence, we saw another dump in the market. In the first place, we tested 42,700, 800, and followed by all the way up to $41,000. So at the moment, lower time frames are exhausted, and we're already printing, as you can see, on the price, lower low, on the oscillator, higher lows. And that's a bullish divergence. As long as that's going to get confirmed by claiming this 43,200, 42,500 levels, highly likely we will go in the first place 44 and followed by $45,000. Again, similar levels are going to be applicable. Important level based on a 2-hour time frame is $45,000. Without claiming this level, it's going to be so early to talk about as a bullish scenario for 2-hour as well as 4-hour time frames. Based on a 1-hour time frame, as you can see, clear a bullish divergence. We've got lower lows and higher lows on the oscillator. In the coming 24 to 48 hours, as long as we're going to claim the upper line of this support, which is acting as a resistance, that's going to be $43,000. 1-hour time frame will give us a green signal that we're going to go all the way up to $44,000 and $45,000. I'm expecting that to happen based on a 1-hour time frame within 48 hours. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.